I am that bald head scallywag with no hair in the back.
Got the
welcome back to my channel. So I'm just going to be deep conditioning, and I'm just going to be talking to you guys about the different things that I'm experiencing with my hair, my problem areas, my breakage, and what I plan to do moving forward. So the deep conditioner I'm going to be using today is the Lovely Bees Oh Honey Moisture Mask. If you guys saw my recent spring favorites video, this deep conditioner was in that. So if you guys are interested in seeing just pretty much everything that I am using and loving, I'll make sure to link that video in the description as well as in the cards. I just have a t-shirt on my hair right now, and my hair is freshly shampooed, and I probably have a little bit of VO5 left in it just from, you know, conditioning it right after that shampoo. I feel like there's this kind of like perception of perfection when it comes to my hair that partially, I guess, I created, you know, because you show the best clips obviously of your hair when you're showing tutorials and things like that, and, you know, saving for time. Starting here in the front of my hair, as you guys saw in the clips, like the pieces here are like shorter, and even on this side of my hair in the front is shorter and more damaged than this side. Like this side is longer. And here in the front of my hair, I know it's all like things that I'm doing that are not great for length retention as it pertains to my hair type. See, and that's what I'm talking about. Being out the shower and got me all kind of mixed up and discombobulated and doing things that I would never do to my hair because I know my hair don't like it. So I'm gonna gather myself, get it together. I actually didn't really figure out what was going on with the crown of my head until maybe about a year ago. Now, I will say that I talked about this in 5 like guaranteed ways to damage your hair. I talked about the concept of a lot of people not realizing that the top of your head and the canopy of your head is usually a lot frizzier, usually a lot looser, usually more prone to damage and breakage, and it's that way for a lot of us, like the majority of us. And it's like a lot of people say the hair in the front of their hair is looser, and a lot of times the hair in the very back or the nape of their hair is looser, and it's like, why do you think it's like that for all of us? Weather exposure and ponytails, okay? When you are always pulling your hair up into a high puff or a high ponytail or a high bun, or you're always pulling your hair back into a low puff or a low ponytail or a low bun, you are constantly pulling and stretching and, you know, essentially like damaging your hair. Like, so many people was like, oh, you know, I live in a high I'm just like, do you really not have any damage on the top of your head? Like, is the top of your head frizzier? Is the top of your hair looser? Is the front of your hair looser? Like, damage don't always look like just these extreme cases of damage. If you guys don't know, I spent the first month when I moved to California in Palm Springs, pretty much the hottest month of the year in one of the hottest places. We were walking everywhere and, you know, just always outside and, you know, at the pool and just doing things that constantly, you know, I was super like exposing my hair to the sun and really not protecting it, not really wearing no hats, not really, you know, using any kind of like UV protection on my hair, and really just kind of fried the top of my head. Also, it wasn't until Jackie Ina started experiencing like similar breakage at the crown of her head, and she was talking about it in her daily stories on Instagram. I was like, dang, that's what my breakage looks like. I had that same little piece of breakage right at the tippy top of my head that she said that she was getting, and she was like trying to figure out why she was getting that. And then she said somebody told her that it could be wig cap damage, and it's like, oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Like, when you think about how rough those wig caps are, and it's so crazy, you put the wig cap on to protect your hair from the wig rubbing up against your hair. So once I realized like that was an issue, if I think about it, I cut a piece of like satin material. I have a ton of satin pillowcases, and some of them are just so old that I didn't mind like cutting at them. I cut just like a 2-inch square that I can just lay right there, and then put my satin cap over just that part, and it's far back enough to where the it won't show in my wig, because realistically I'm not like parting my wigs that far back. And then last but not least, the back of my hair, which I wanted to say to talk about for last, because I don't think I've ever really talked about this. It's a little embarrassing, but I know I'm not the only person who goes through it. So I've been like this basically for as long as I can remember. When I get really stressed, I tend to pick and pretty much just intentionally break at the back of my hair. I'll just sit and I'll be stressed and I'll be watching something, or I'll be listening to music, and I'm just making sure that I'm getting deep conditioner back here, like in here good. Because it's the back of my head, it's very easy to hide. Like the term, you know, I'm so stressed I want to pull my hair out, is a real thing. People really do it. Some people pull at their eyebrows, some people pull at their eyelashes. I know there have been like documentaries and specials and things like that. I definitely have had it to the point where all that hair back there was completely broken off, to the point where people thought that I was growing back an undercut. That's why I say I know I haven't really ever like been really open about it, because I have considered getting an undercut for years, just to kind of help prevent that, and to kind of like hide that, and also to like give myself a fresh start from all the damage that has already been done. Letting you guys know that my hair isn't perfect. Also, sometimes it don't even be stressed. Like, sometimes it can start with just a single strand knot. Let me put that out there too. So you know, it's just like not this whole like, oh, woe is me type situation. So moving forward, you know, it's like, okay, so you know, you got all this breakage, what are you gonna do? Nothing much. For me, it's just one of those things, like, I have to be realistic with myself. There was a point and a period in my life where I was super strict, super on it, moisturizing and sealing every night, oiling my scalp and scalp massages every night, you know, doing super low manipulative protective styles and all that, you know, often. That is just not my life right now. It's just one of those things where it's just like, kind of, once you know better, you do better. So now that I am actively aware of it. A little special TLC when I am styling my hair, but you know, other than that, I really am not going to be doing anything different. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my expose on myself. I am that bald head scallywag with no hair in the back.